Good morning, people. I should say good afternoon. Once I air this, it will be in the afternoon, but I'm doing it in the morning. Yes. Good hump day Wednesday. It's been a couple days since I've been on. I've been doing a couple of things. Hold on one second. Let me put the light on. Woo! So you can see my pretty self. What's going on, people? What's going on? So as I said, it's been a couple of days since I made a video, but I'm doing it. And I'm gonna try to make another video today. I'm trying to be on, things popping. And before I do anything, I want you guys to understand that I want to interview people. So if you're a subscriber or any, if you're a subscriber, just let people know I want to interview. I don't care where you're at, what country you're in. I prefer this country because I want to talk about what we call. I want to talk about the education system, and I want to preferably talk about it from a situation of, let's say, a person of color. An educationer that's a person of color. I want to have an interview with him or her, and I just want to talk about certain things on my podcast. And if anybody knows someone, again, I'm in Connecticut, so I don't care if you in Wyoming somewhere. As long as you're a person of color that's been teaching for a while, a couple of years, no matter if you're a rookie or not, or you have a tenure. All right. So again, if you have somebody that will be interested in me interviewing them on my platform, that'd be great. All right, guys. Yes. This is going to be a quick video as well. I just want to talk about a story that interested me like completely. The story about the kid that won I think about 250. They said 272 at one platform. I saw he won $272 million on ESPN, sorry, on ABC, trying trying to do that, that quote unquote that hate Trump. They tried to they lied. It was defamation of character. Hope I pronounced that up right. That he was this, he was that. So him and his family sued, and I think that was very interesting because, again, as I said, as you can read from what I have here, again, before I say anything else, please like and subscribe, share this video. You know what I'm saying? I want things. I want this. I want more subscribers. I got tons and tons of content that I want to put out. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be content that you may not normally hear, especially in mainstream media, especially in leftist mainstream media. That's like all of it. Or anyway, as I wanted to say, the kid, his name is Nick. How you pronounce his name? Last name. Let's get it here. I got it right here for you guys. Yeah, so he won $272 million off of defamation of character. It was a settlement that he won. As a Catholic student, I'm gonna play things that was off the whole situation. The news that I got, I guess it's local news, actually where he's from in Kentucky. You guys know the kid. Nick, just look him up. It's Nick Sandmann. It's pronounced Nick Sandmann. That's his name. And what I find interesting in this whole story is that finally somebody is suing the left because of their judgment of character for them, for people just being a Trump supporter. They're not letting them just get away with things easily. Now people are taking control. Maybe his family already have money and they could do stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure the people that's being labeled as bigots and this and that and the third, and they label just because they have um, a different mindset than a leftist will have, a socialist will have, a Marxist will have, that they're wrong and they'll put them on mainstream media. This kid is a teenager. This kid is like, he got a life to fulfill. He haven't even started his life yet. And they already put a label on him just because we're in a very, very pro anti Trump society. And again, this kid, as I said, he's only a teenager. So if his parents do have the money to do what they do, and a lot of people don't, that maybe think again differently than the liberal mindset people, the liberal leftist mindset people. Finally, a kid got this done. And I'm glad, and I'm hearing that he's about to sue CNN. He's about to sue local news around where he's going. He actually put up a Twitter that says one down, six more to go. And hey, if he can do it, he can get paid off of this. Get paid off of this because the leftist media people they really need to be accountable for the bullshit that they spend. I always said that for the last 3 to 4 years. They need to be accountable for the stuff that they portray. And the leftist media is like 98% of this media. It's very biased, extremely biased. It's so biased, in my opinion, that I was a liberal. I was born to be a liberal because I'm from a liberal state, democratic state, and city, and I was born that way. But the last 4 or 5 years, I started doing a lot of research on what they have done and what they haven't done. And overall, of my research, they haven't done anything because when you are in a globalist mindset, are you really for the American people? No, you're not. When you are a Marxist mindset, are you really for the American people? More than likely, you're not. All this gentrification going on in cities all over the country, this is all due to the leftists, the globalists, the Marxists, all these people that's putting how conservatives, being as though I want to remind people I'm not a conservative or not a liberal. I'm more of an independent guy, mindset. I think on my own. I'm not a sheep. And this is how it goes for me. I think it's very important for our society, especially Black American society, to really open their minds. You don't have to be a conservative all the way. You don't have to be a liberal all the way. But you really have to be more intelligent on your views. You can't be biased on what's going to help you and your family and your community. Because as a 40-year-old man that was brought up in a liberal area, a very leftist area, this society is a very leftist society. And people are getting tired of it. That's just real. People are getting tired of it. So this kid, because this like I said, this is gonna be a quick video. This kid, Nick Sandmann, I wanna, put this recording. I'm gonna let you hear it and stuff like that on, to relay about this story. And so you can look it up as well. Hold on a second. Get this going. The commercials and everything. Yes, yes. Okay, here we go. Hope you can hear it. Fox 19. CNN has agreed to settle a lawsuit with Covington Catholic student Nick Sandmann. Is a pillar best. And Chris, we broke this story. Yeah, Lauren Artino was the reporter in the courtroom today. Cameras and cell phones were not allowed inside the courtroom, but the amount of the settlement is not public at this point. So it's
part of an $800 million plus lawsuit filed against CNN and the Washington Post, along with NBC and Liverpool. The lawsuit stated that Sandmann was actually seeking 285 million specifically from CNN. It started with this video that you see here when he was standing in the face of the Omaha tribe elder Nathan Phillips on a trip to Washington, D.C. Now, I spoke with our legal analyst, Mike Allen, about the lawsuit. How does it proceed now with the Washington Post and NBC?
They're probably at the point now where they can begin discovery. That's the process where both sides have to exchange their evidence. And probably looking at a trial date, getting a trial date pretty soon from Judge Bertelsmann.
And attorneys also say they're still seeking some of that $800 million from the remaining two defendants in this case. No trial date has been set at this point, but the attorneys for the Sandmann tells Fox 19 that the case will be tried not 1 minute earlier or later than when it is ready. Guys?
Okay. As you can see, they were actually settling it, but what it says here, the story from this past Tuesday, because this is actually this was actually on the 20th. It's actually ABC that they settled with. ABC agreed Tuesday to settle a lawsuit with Covington Catholic student Nick Sandmann. The amount of the settlement was not made public, what have you, but it's 200. But now it's being made public. The Washington Post suit sold $250 million. A federal judge let a portion of that suit go forward after the Post filed a motion to dismiss it. So he's going to be getting about $250 million for defamation of character. You know, and this is very important to understand how. I mean, you have to have your facts before you put it out there as a biased situation. This kid family got money, so they got the best lawyers that they can be and stuff like that. But don't think because you think differently and your views are different than the leftists, and you don't have any money, that you have to settle for certainties. You have to settle for being labeled as a certain person. Make sure, we have to start putting this leftist media into a situation where they're not going to do that to anyone else. We have to start doing it. We have to start doing this. And because if we don't, it's going to keep on occurring. As they do all the time. But again, I mark this kid as somewhat of a hero because now he all this defamation of character. Now his family and his grandkids, because he's suing like a lot of leftist media, and most of them are CNN, ABC, MSNBC, Washington Post, all this mainstream media, news stations, newspapers. His family's going in. To make a long story short, his family's going in, and they need to, because this can't go on anymore. For certain people, especially this kid's a teenager. Maybe he was wrong for being in the face of the Indian chief, whatever. But it's America. The Indian chief can play the music in his face, and the Native American, I should say, can play the music in his face, and he will also stand in. You don't have to make him a certain person, label him a certain person, because the disagreement of the two. And every day you see the leftist media doing this, and it's mind-boggling. It's absolutely mind-boggling. And now it's like I said, the settlement was for the ABC, Washington Post, whatever. Now threats to CNN right now. So he's going in. This kid his family, they're going in. And now he has wealth for his family, his kids' family, and his grandkids' family. Yes, you can't get away with it even if you're a powerful media outlet. Social, you can't get away with this stuff. And again, if you're that person that don't have that that type of money as this young man family does, you still can do something. Because they can't be effing you up for defamation of character. Because you're going to be labeled that for a long, long time. So you're going to have to fight back. Point blank. All right? But anyway, as I said before, guys, um, I'm going to need someone, a teacher, preferably a teacher of color, to interview. And if you have anybody that would love to get on my podcast and we, interview, what have you, that'd be great. I don't care if they're from another state. We in a time of Zoom, so we can do that. So again, please like and support my channel, subscribe to it, share this and everything. And also, if you want to donate to my channel, my cash app is $Kasim39. You spell that KYSIM 39. KYSIM 39. Um, Today, I definitely will be making another video. All right? You guys have a great day, great morning. Actually, it's going to be morning. It's morning now, but it's going to be a great day when you see this. Peace.